There are two things that I love a whole lot in movies. Movies about family and movies about road trips. And it comes as a surprise to no one that I adore Little Miss Sunshine, and I think it's one of the very few perfect movies to me, and one of the quintessential Hisey-Core films. Little Miss Sunshine is this beautiful depiction of a dysfunctional family with a cast of characters that everyone loves. You got depressed Michael Scott, you got Toni Collette, Alan Arkin, the live-action kid from the Lorax. Just an incredible lineup for this movie. It's got this dad who is just this most, rise and grind business type of person. And Cheryl, this mom that's just trying to keep everything together but kind of over it. This grandpa that's old and senile. A son that's choosing to be mute, an uncle that doesn't necessarily want to be with this family at the moment, and our centerpiece, Olive, who just wants to follow her dreams. Now, there are a lot of reasons I think most people adore Little Miss Sunshine. It has a fantastic score, incredible acting performances, the direction is perfect for this cute little indie movie, and it blends all these emotions perfectly of comedy, bliss, euphoria, anger, rage. All this stuff is shown perfectly here. But why do I love Little Miss Sunshine? So to explain that, I guess I have to provide a little bit of context for how I grew up. I'm the oldest and I have a younger brother and a younger sister, and we would go on road trips a lot. And I'm sure everybody has road trips where things sort of went wrong, and that's what makes this so relatable in this specific movie. But I kid you not, very specific things have happened in this movie while my family was going on road trips. The one I remember specifically is we had this 10-hour drive from the beach that we were coming back from. And my sister, who was very young at the time, had this huge, terrible rash. My brother got locked in the car and set off the alarms that we couldn't shut off with 8 hours left to go. It was a terrible situation, but we had a blast with it. While it was less than optimal circumstances, that's one of our favorite road trips. I remember the horn after 3 hours stopped, but then of course immediately we wanted food, so we didn't want a chance opening the doors, so I had to crawl out the window that was barely open on the car door, because guess what? The windows didn't work either, because of course. And I say this because in Little Miss Sunshine, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And I think how the events transpire in this film are indicative that just because things go bad doesn't take away from enjoying family time. I mean, my family's not nearly as dysfunctional as these people, but I definitely relate to having each other's backs even when just 3 minutes ago you were yelling at each other in the face. I think it's illustrated perfectly with the initial car scene where they all have to push the car and work together as a family in this sweaty, hot environment in this old van, and they're all working together. You see the pure joy on Dwayne and Frank, who previously really weren't showing a lot of delight. While this film is super funny, there's plenty of soft and tender moments as well, with father and son, with Olive and her grandfather. I've always loved road trips as a story narrative because they shove a cast of characters into a confined space, maybe not necessarily where they want to be, and they get to learn about each other along the way. Without giving any spoilers away, I think this film has one of the best conclusions ever. But I mean, if you haven't seen Little Miss Sunshine, what are you doing at this point? It's got Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle. That's right, I said Malcolm in the Middle and not Breaking Bad. Also, Steve Carell's incredible run. Look, you're disservicing yourself if you don't watch this film. The reason Little Miss Sunshine is one of my favorite films of all time is because I find it incredibly relatable. I like movies where a family isn't necessarily all together in the most positive way possible. I think families are inherently dysfunctional. I mean, you shove any 6 people into a group together and you're gonna have a couple problems here and there. So in a lot of ways, this is very much a comfort film for me. It gives me tons of great memories that I've had with friends and family on road trips. And on top of this, I think it has this beautiful messaging about embracing who you are at your core and not necessarily going with the flow of what everyone else is doing. But yeah, check out Little Miss Sunshine, or if you've seen it, let me know why you also, hopefully, love Little Miss Sunshine as well. Also, if you like this video, make sure to stick around for more videos in the future. I got a video about Bong Joon-ho and then a book versus movie thing that I'm working on for the holidays. Also, let me know your favorite comfort movie. I'm sure there's a lot of great ones to pick from. So I can't wait to look forward to see what you guys pick. Later, haters.